There's something special about sleeping in the lap of nature. You're vulnerable, yet you're comfortable. You wake up with the chirping of birds, and you feel a calmness resting within you. Well, let's start this journey from where it all started. Let's go back there. DUDU Valley, a hidden beauty in the area of basantgarh. See, guys, I love camping and adventure exploration, but the fact that I have been domesticated for a long while made me a little bit anxious to go on this trip. But I thought to myself, man, the only way to step out of this rut is to just get at it, just do it. So, packing my bag and all this stuff, I just hopped on my dear Larla and left for this adventure. Okay, now I must admit that I wasn't feeling excited at all. Yeah, I was feeling anxious, but back in those days when I used to go out for some sort of adventure trip or camping or hiking, anything at all, any sort of travel, I used to feel excited. But this time, I wasn't feeling that sort of excitement within me. The anxiousness was there, but not excitement. So I thought, well, I don't know what is happening, but maybe let's just carry on with it. Maybe it's just that I'm just roaming in this familiar area. That's why I'm not feeling any sort of excitement. But who knows, as soon as I get out of this region, I might feel excited and something similar begin to happen. But as soon as I reached this location, I thought maybe just let's stop again and have some sort of lemonade, just relax and think it through, because I was having second thoughts by this point. So I stopped, and the moment I got out of my motorcycle saddle, I looked at my Larla. I felt it's looking beautiful. Why not have a photograph with it? And I must say, I was looking insta ready for a nice adventure.
एक शिकंजी बना दो भैया। कितने वाली है यार? मैं एक मिनट देखता हूँ भैया। चेंज
This moment I realized that I'm not carrying any currency at all. The guy had paytm with him. It was after that I went out towards the mountains, the far pavilions, because this location has beautiful mountains, and if you want some sort of peace, just sit there. And standing there for a moment, it gave me a resolution, sort of a courage to continue with this journey. And I was like, okay guys, no matter what, I have been in home for a very long while. I must hop on my motorcycle and get done with this journey. And yeah, after a moment, I was feeling as if that was just a small phase. I was feeling a little bit excited. Until I was on highway, this journey was really easy, and that's why I wasn't feeling any sort of excitement. And I made a mistake. Eventually, if you want an optimal path, the optimal path is continuing on highway and going through Chineni road. But I didn't knew that, and I went from inside. I asked this guy what is the route for DUDU Valley, and he only knew the inside path, which, spoiler alert, is the difficult one. And he told me about that path, and he said that goes through inside way, through villages. And I was like, okay, that will work, I'll do it, I can handle it. And in my ignorant bliss, as they say, I rode my motorcycle through these villages, and sure, these villages were beautiful. The lush greenery on both the sides, especially in the beginning, was nice. Although in the beginning it was a little hot, going through this suburban region was a little hard, but eventually it became much more countryside type, and I was feeling as if I was in a village.
भैया बसंतगढ़ ये रास्ता जांदे
Now I was asking way, even though I had Google Maps with me, because I have had bad experiences with me in past. So that was one thing I was being considerate about. And second fact was that somebody had told me eventually these locations will transform. In the beginning I was seeing some nice beautiful fields, some simple trees, and they said to me that eventually you will see, as you will escalate towards the mountains, after you pass through a big bridge, there will be a different sort of vegetation, there will be different sort of trees. And I was like, okay, that could be a possibility. And that was the true fact, guys, because as soon as I reached up there, things were shifting, things were transforming. There were open fields with different sort of trees, and eventually I was about to meet a bus accident. At that point I was like, man, this location is tough. And surprise, guys, this wasn't the true toughness. Okay, by the time I had just started to reach the big heights, my bottle completely finished of water, and that tells how much hot it was down there. But now there were different sort of problems that I had to face. This small patch was the last patch that I came across, which was completely straight. After that, we came at this location where you just go into the complete grit of adventure. It was from here some hard difficulties were about to challenge us.
Easy boy. Easy boy.
Were landslides, roads which were not even roads. You can't ride on them, you have to keep in the second speed gear transmission, and it was completely insane.
Brother, one thing I want to say about this route is dope as lit, man. Like, the true joy of motorcycling is here on this route. What else will we be doing, man? Just riding on those straight routes. The true motorcycling fun is here.
As I got used to that location, I felt that it was good that I took this path, because in retrospective hindsight, had I chosen the right path, would I had experienced this kind of wild adventure? No. So I think it was a good experience. But in the end, when it was getting dark and I wasn't able to reach my destination, I was a little bit worried, guys, because being honest, village after village, every village was not DUDU. So I was a little bit disheartened, and after a point, when it was the darkest moment and I was passing through this bridge, I said, God, I wish that the next village must be DUDU, or otherwise I would be completely in an emotional breakdown. And thankfully, the next village was DUDU.
वह मंदिर किधर है? यही है मंदिर. Tell us.
After I had taken permission to pitch my tent around the location of temple. I did so and immediately fell asleep. The next morning, I wake up to the chirping of birds, and I must tell you guys, it was divinely serene. It was time for a cup of coffee that will touch my soul. After that, I moved towards this DUDU Valley Glamping Resort, which is one and only glamping resort where you can go and have some fun, do some glamorous camping, and by the way, there's also this beautiful cafe. चलो भैया ठीक है. Sitting there in that serenity, having my chai along with the breakfast, I must say that breakfast tasted so delicious, especially that curd. It was like the purest curd I ever had. Before leaving, I along with two of the guests that were living in that glamping resort, we went towards this location from where Tavi River passes and goes to Jammu. The location is really sublime and beautiful. You know, going down to the river, the views that you witness are just jaw-droppingly beautiful. And I felt like, why go to Kashmir when you have beautiful views like this located nearby you? And when I reached down there near Tavi River, it felt as if I was in the lap of nature. It was a sort of paradise that people don't even know exists in Jammu. Look at these photos, guys. It really looks sublime.
पहले देख लो, ये डायरेक्ट रूम से मिलन कर रहा है.
कोल्ड प्लंजिंग करूंगा अब सीधा. अब या तो मेरे एंथुजियास्टिक वो सुनोगे या तो चीखें सुनोगे.
वो चीखे सुन के हम बचाने नहीं आएंगे इसमें. इतना ऐसे कर रहा है, जाना कुछ नहीं होगा.
This was all, guys, for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you felt a sort of a raw experience that I wanted to deliver through this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for the upcoming series which is on its way. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have fun and peace.